let's welcome our very own, actually. I'm very proud to say, Nick Ramli in the studios, who's joining us once again. Nick, lovely to have you.
Yes, same
I
here.
have to ask you
Happy
this.
New Year.
How's the Donna Summer book going?
It's going well.
Yeah?
We are printing the second edition,
Awesome.
paperback, out on the 10th of January for the UK, and the rest of the world on the 14th of January.
Well,
So
for
buy it.
those who are not in the know about what Nick Ramli has been doing aside from the interior designing, he's also an author of the book all about Donna Summer, the autobiography, the late Donna Summers. And you can get more information from his website. Just look for nickandramli.com, as well as his blog, I think, right?
Yes.
As well as Facebook. So just search for Nick A. Ramli.
right.
Okay, so we are moving on about wallpapering.
Yeah.
Right, so we're talking about colors. Maybe can I ask these questions? Maybe
You can ask the questions.
Yeah, maybe to
From
kickstart.
Facebook.
Yeah, so this is actually from Nick Ramli, the interior design page. So from Shikin Lee, actually asks, what's the best color or design of wallpaper for a smaller room, so to make it even larger? I think this is what most people would have a problem with.
All right. I think Shikin Lee is watching it from America.
Yeah.
Live
streaming.
I think you're watching Shikin. So basically, Shikin use lighter colors.
Okay.
Pattern as well. Because lighter color will make the wall move backwards, further at the background. So the room will look bigger.
Okay.
If you decided to use any patterned, floral or geometrical, looks, designs, always follow, a smaller pattern.
Right.
Okay.
That's
So
the best
you can
way.
still put patterns,
But
but
you
make it smaller.
Yeah, make it smaller.
Right.
Smaller
So
patterns.
We're going to be flashing some of the designs on some of the designs that you've recommended on screen as well.
Yeah, this is one of my projects in
one
the
of
UK.
it, yeah?
So you can see again, it's not floral. It's more geometrical, jungle look.
Right.
Look, wallpaper design, and you can see a room set as well in a second.
So
That's how it looks.
You should always put it only one side of the wall
Just
rather
one
than the
side,
whole
yes.
room, right?
For a small room, one side. I personally, even though it's a big room, I'd rather have it just one as a feature wall.
Okay.
So we always have this trend. We started with coloring only one side of the wall, which is called the feature wall,
Yes.
right? So is this the same concept where wallpapering is only used as a feature wall rather than the whole room?
It is always, for me anyway.
Okay.
But a lot of designers, I think since last year, try to use at the old days way of wallpapering, use the whole room.
Yep.
Personally, I don't think so it will work because it's look too busy.
Yes.
And you don't want something permanent
That's right.
in your home. You want something to be removable or repainted.
Right.
That's right.
So that's the best
So
solution.
a lot of people actually think that wallpapering is it makes the room or the house look dated. But now I think the trend, because
It's
you
a
just put it only one
different-
side of the wall.
Yeah, just one side is okay.
And I think that's
You know.
becoming a trend these days.
Yes.
But the question is, how much of a trend is it wallpapering your house? Is this something that's picking up right now here? And how, what's the advantage of it?
Yeah, I mean, wallpaper comes and go.
Yeah.
I think it became very, very popular about 10 years ago,
Yes.
especially in Malaysia. In the UK as well, I think with colors, very bold design,
Yes.
big floral designs, graphic designs, all become popular again, I think about 10 years ago. And again, there's no trend for wallpaper, to be honest, because each manufacturer will come up with different designs each year.
Okay.
They still keep their old designs. I mean, something that you can see just now is a textured
wow, that's
wallpaper.
beautiful.
And then now is the study room,
Right.
guest room. So I always suggested to my clients something textured. Because you just want to feel and touch the wallpaper, and also it'll become a point of conversation.
Just plaster yourself to the wall.
Yeah,
I
exactly. Why
do
not?
that whenever I go to my friend's house. I just plaster myself to the
You
wall.
see,
I noticed that you always put a sofa in front of that wallpaper. Is there a reason why it should be there rather than
a plant.
No, well, rather than any other thing, maybe
Sideboard or things
a
like that.
sideboard or
Yeah.
even a sideboard with a TV console or something like that.
Yes, it's always because it's the brief from the project.
Okay.
But so far it's nicer because you look at it, you are not staring at it.
That's right.
Somebody else is there at the wallpaper.
And you on the couch.
They're staring at you, not at the wallpaper. Okay, that's
And
an internal
also,
thing there.
if you put a sideboard or book units, display units, you cover the beautiful wallpaper.
Right.
You don't want to cover it too much.
Yeah.
So you put a sofa.
couple
So feel
couple
this.
of
This is
samples
the
here.
textured wallpaper. This is
wow.
a solid vinyl, and again something lighter.
Oh, I love
I
that
don't know
one.
the camera can
That's
see this or not.
beautiful.
Imagine.
Feel and touch this.
Yes, like I
Imagine
said,
grazing
you,
your,
like a-
grazing your cheeks.
like I said, you just plaster yourself.
Hello,
Why
wow.
not? You know?
Plaster yourself with the wallpaper.
Yeah.
I think
All right,
this is
there we
nice.
go.
So this is the one that's the one in red.
Yep.
Yeah.
It looks pink on the screen, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
actually,
actually red.
Yeah, it looks more
actually.
salmon.
You see, now they can see the texture.
Yeah. The
grains.
Again, this one I'm holding here
Uh-huh.
is beautiful. It's
No,
very
that's-
Asian look.
that's
It's brown,
gorgeous,
it's grey
yeah.
there.
Which
but
brings
it's
to
beautiful.
another question by this your fans.
Yeah.
One of your fans, Nurul Niza Adha, actually asked, are there different grades of wallpapering or wallpapers, and which grades do you, how can you tell in terms of the grades? Of course, when you go to the shop, you will think that the most expensive is the best, right? But not necessarily, right?
Not
Is that true?
necessarily.
No.
For Nurul, I mean, go to the shop. Look at the books. You know,
Right.
the salesperson or the designer will, give you
I'm
the
helping myself
information. Yeah, why not? Give you all the information. It's always at the back here of the
Yeah.
wallpaper shows.
Oh, okay.
What's
Right.
the grade? You know, basically, of course, like Zamir was saying,
How
the
will
more
you know?
expensive. Always people think is the better.
Right.
The more expensive because it's the manufacturer and the label of the company itself. The designer label will be slightly expensive.
This
But
is
of
really
course,
nice.
Yeah.
well,
And then for Nurul again,
yeah.
wallpaper, paper wallpaper is slightly modest price tag, and you can also clean it. If Nurul have children's, that's the best solution. But I always
Okay.
ask the
Paper
retailers.
wallpaper.
Yeah.
And this is vinyl.
Yeah, and then
Right.
something like this, colors. We're talking about colors.
That
Right.
is
This year
gorgeous.
colors is very bold and
Yeah.
red. You know how sensual it
Yeah.
looks there.
Yeah.
This is one of my projects as
And
well.
it
So,
really
yeah.
helps that the wallpaper, usually wallpapers are always patterned.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
it helps when you don't clash it with another floral sofa or something like that.
You don't.
All right.
wallpaper
So,
to use.
for those of you out there, if you're interested in, like we mentioned earlier, getting something new, getting wallpapers into your house, trying to, experiment with wallpaper for a feature wall, one good way to do that is look up for an interior designer, somebody like Nick Ramli. You
Yes,
could get in
please.
touch with Nick. He would be also the best person for you to talk to if you want to find out,
Yeah.
what kind of texture should I use? What are the colors I should use? I already have a pre-existing
Yep.
colorful sofa. What do I do? There you go. Nick is the person you
Yeah,
should talk
Nick
to.
and Ramli's portfolio, you can use it, or you can actually watch it and view it on nickaramli.com, as well as you can ask any questions in the fan Facebook page.
That's right.
So Nick A. Ramli Interior Design page is the page that you should look out for.